What's something a flight attendant did to you that you will never forget? 1. She arranged for a special meal. I was flying from Mumbai to Hong Kong, and it was my first international flight. The trip also was planned on short notice while I was away from home and I couldn't get enough time to prepare myself. However, I managed to get all important stuff like medicines, warm clothes, required documents, prior to my journey. Once boarded, I got myself comfortable in the seat and was quite hungry waiting for the dinner to be served. The air hostess came to me and asked for my choice from the meals available for my economy class. There were only 2 choices to choose from. 1. Seafood pasta made of shrimp and 2. Pork rice. I don't eat pork and I am allergic to shrimp. I asked her if she could get me a vegetarian meal instead. Sadly, there were no vegetarian meals available and she said that I had to pre-book a vegetarian meal if I wanted that specifically. Having no choice, I asked her to give me bread and butter and that should be enough. She looked at me for a while and said, "Let me see what I can do." She moved forward serving other passengers and I kept waiting for my bread to come. I saw most passengers completing their dinner and there seemed to be nothing for me till then. I pressed the cabin crew call button to ask for a glass of water before I could go to sleep. An attendant obliged and just when she was handing me over the glass, the earlier hostess arrived with a catering trolley with a nice spread of meal. She apologized for the delay and said that she was checking if there were any vegetarian meals available in first class. She arranged the food on my seat tray. That was perhaps one of the best meals I ever had on an aircraft. I am sure she could have just given me few portions of bread and butter from the food tray that were served to all economy passengers, but she went the extra mile just to bring complete satisfaction to one odd passenger. 2. I was on an Air New Zealand flight from LA to Auckland. I was with my 1-year-old daughter, who was an in-lap infant. My seat was in business class in the bulkhead seat. The flight started pretty normally. I was playing with my daughter, and trying to keep her entertained. Dinner was served. I fed my daughter her formula and also ate my own meal. The lights went down for everyone to sleep. My daughter had absolutely no interest in sleeping. The flight attendant asked me if she could walk along the aisle with my daughter on her shoulder while I slept. Dumbfounded, I said that might be hours. She told me it was no problem. They would take turns. And besides, she'd probably fall asleep and they'd put her in the bassinet on the adjacent bulkhead for me. I woke up 8 hours later, and my daughter was sleeping soundly in the bassinet. It was probably the best night's sleep I had gotten the whole first year of my daughter's life. 3. Not a flight attendant but a gate agent. My daughter and I were on a long-awaited trip to Germany and Poland. We were in Krakow when I got the news that my beloved husband of 30 years had died unexpectedly. We rebooked immediately but couldn't leave until the next day. In Frankfurt, I told a cranky man at the gate what happened and that I wanted to pay to upgrade to premium economy so we would have more privacy. He told me to wait. Then a woman appeared and scolded him in German. She looked at me and said there is no charge. I thanked her and we sat down to wait. In a few minutes the same woman came over and asked to see our tickets for a moment. I thought nothing of it. She came back a little while later and said, "Tonight you fly business." We burst into tears and she grabbed my shoulders and said, "I don't have all the words in English but bless you." Because of her I was able to sleep a bit and have the privacy I needed to grieve. I am still recovering emotionally but I have never forgotten you, my angel of Lufthansa.